Hey there, welcome to another episode of Leadership and IT as we work in this new virtual landscape. My name is Heather Marquez. I'm with Action Coach MindLinks, and my partner in crime is Chuck Rowe with ACES. So, Chuck, since I got to kick off the introduction today, why don't you kick off the tip of the week today from IT?
Yeah, so today's tip of the week has to do with your internet speeds at home. So a lot of times people will go home and they'll start working remotely, and then their biggest complaint is something's wrong with my computer. It's running really, really slow. And they don't think of the fact that when they're in the office, a lot of times their business megabytes per second package that they have with their internet company is through the roof, because they have so many people working there. They have to have these data speeds that are just not only is that high, but the amount of gigs that they get per month is usually just this astronomical amount. Whereas when you're at home, sometimes people tend to buy the cheapest package possible. And so just some basic things to keep in mind is that, if you're just sending emails, a simple email with maybe a small attachment, if you had a speed of like 1 megabyte per second, that might do. But if you're looking at videos, if you want HD quality video, especially when you're wanting to do videos from work, or maybe it's something like watching Zoom or Microsoft Teams or something like that, you want to have at least maybe 10 megabytes per second. And if you want to watch 4K quality video, it's suggested that at the very least you should have 16, but if you have something 20 or higher, even better. So keep those speeds in mind, those minimum speeds in mind whenever you're thinking about what you're doing at work, because it might not be your computer that's slow, it might be your internet.
Fabulous. Add to that the fact that so many of us are doing the homeschool thing and have kids on electronics when we wouldn't normally be doing that, and that sort of up-levels the challenge of having an internet speed that works for us.
Well, and that's a good point, because even your bandwidth that you have available, when you and your husband are working, and then you have two kids doing schoolwork, watching videos and YouTube videos for school and things like that, when you're all on using the internet at the same time, it could be tough at times.
Yeah, no wonder my daughter keeps accusing me of stealing all the internet in our house. So my tip of the week is about setting priorities. So we are moving into a phase now where we're seeing a lot of businesses start to reopen, maybe not quite in our county yet, but that is coming up. And so we've got a couple more weeks, it looks like, of doing all of this virtual work. And then we'll have to start planning how we move back into our offices, how we get things ramped back up for people coming into our businesses. And one of the things that's going to happen through that is we're going to see a lot of pivots. We're going to need to make changes. We're going to need to update our policies, our procedures. Some of the things that have worked may continue to work. But one thing that happens when we're making all these changes, and we've been living through it now, is we start to feel initiative fatigue in our organization. And that really means that there's so much newness, so much direction coming down, that nothing's really sticking, nothing's getting executed well, because everybody is overwhelmed. So as a leader, it's going to be really important that you're setting the priorities, and not just here's the top 3 things that are important, but here's number 1, here's number 2, here's number 3. This is the order we have to do them in. Give your team that clarity so they understand how to spend their time and what needs to come first. And then with those priorities, set clear deadlines for them so that they understand that there is an end date for each of these projects, and they can make sure that they're getting their things done in a timely manner that supports the initiatives that you're implementing as you work on reopening, or maybe you're in an industry that's booming and you've got a lot of extra work right now. Each one of those situations takes its toll and can be really overwhelming to employees. So set clear priorities, set clear deadlines to help them be the most effective they can be.
And I love that tip, because once you throw in your daily news that you have to share, plus all the changes with what you might be doing policy-wise at your office, then you throw in all the news and updates about COVID in general, it's easy for an employee to get information overload. So that's a great tip.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks. So thank you so much for tuning in. And if you want to learn more about IT, you can visit Chuck at
acesiowa.com.
And to learn more about leadership and growing your business, you can visit and learn more at heathermarquez.actioncoach.com. We would love to hear from you, and please post in your comments if there's other topics that you're seeing you would love to hear more about. We love seeing your comments, your feedback, and certainly look forward to hearing how we can add value.